Let me set the stage for you. The year is 2007. Your boy is but a wee lad, playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and wishing for an Xbox so that they can play the most anticipated game of the year, Halo 3. I was too young to have my own PC at the time, but I had a friend that I used to visit whose older brother had a computer and let me play Unreal Tournament, a game that my parents would never let me play as a kid. One day, I went over to my friend's house, and his older brother showed me this new game with funny cartoon men shooting at each other, and that game was called Team Fortress 2. I played the game at every opportunity I had. Honestly, I think I would go over there just to play on their computer, though I can neither confirm nor deny. By the time 2010 came around, I finally got my first computer, and one of the games I first tried to play was TF2. But there was a problem. In 2010, Team Fortress 2 cost $20. No big deal, you might say, but there's one great problem with this. I was 10 years old, and $20 is a small fortune to a 10-year-old. So I kept playing on my friend's computer while I watched videos on YouTube about this new game called Minecraft. Eventually, the time had come. Through birthday money or something else, my 6th grade self finally came across $20. After giving the money to my parents and having them put in their credit card information, I finally owned TF2 for myself. And it ran like crap. But it ran. And I played with 20 frames per second every day for the next 2 years. The years went by and I racked up hours and hours in this game. I even made YouTube videos when I was in middle school. I got involved in everything in the TF2 community. Trading, running my own server, competing. Most importantly, I grew friendships with some of my closest real-life friends, and even made some online that I still interact with to this day. TF2 took the reins from the original game, which invented the class-based shooter, and turned it into one of the very first games to deliver new content and features in the form of regular content updates, rather than releasing periodic sequels. You like your Counter-Strike skins? How about this one, worth thousands of dollars? Yep, TF2 started that as well. Not to say that TF2 invented multiplayer games, but before Zoomer games like your Fortnite and your Call of Duty and Apex Legends, Team Fortress 2 was there, creating the precedent and testing the waters of what eventually became the status quo for games as a service today. Ever since Meet Your Match came out, I started playing TF2 a lot less. I ended up playing a lot of other games, as well as just being a high schooler. I've always found myself coming back though. Playing Team Fortress 2, in my opinion, is still unlike any other multiplayer experience you can have. There's just a charm about the game and its community. Sometimes you'll meet the strangest people you've ever seen, other times you may find a friend for life. I find myself farther from the TF2 community as well. I haven't played the game consistently in a long time, and of course the community has changed as well. It has come to the point that, at least for myself and others that I know, Team Fortress 2 as an idea is very nostalgic. In fact, I have a friend who refuses to play the game at all anymore, in recognition of the fact that their relationship with the game and its community would be different from what they remember. Given the age of this game, there are many people that have passed through the community. Many of them have come and gone, a couple have built their community on and around TF2. The game is old enough now, I'd wager a good portion of players are younger than the game itself. The art of passing the torch is something that older communities are well acquainted with, and quite important for longevity. Which leads me to what inspired me to write the script for this video. For the past 2 years, Team Fortress 2 has experienced a disastrous infection of bot players. Casual queues might as well be dead, and require diligent players to try and kick the bots in their lobby before they take over and eventually outnumber the amount of real players. A couple measures have been put in place by the developers, which include restrictions on new accounts. Ultimately, this has led to hurting new players rather than combating the bots. The strategy up until now has been to either keep rolling for servers in casual queue and hoping to get a lobby that is bot free, or seek refuge in community servers. The impact of this has led to casual TF2 being nearly unplayable. I have tried to play casual a couple times myself in the past 2 years, and it's ended up being a coin flip on whether I'd be able to play any matches at all. On May 26th, the Team Fortress 2 community announced what they call a peaceful protest in order to raise awareness about the bot crisis and hopefully get Valve, the developers of TF2, to take action. This movement ended up being extremely successful, and even trended worldwide on Twitter throughout the day. The impact of the movement finally got Valve to acknowledge the problem, sending out a tweet saying that they were looking into what they could do. In my opinion, for as long as the official casual servers are running, Valve owe it to their community to make sure the game is at least playable. I know it's been a long time since a major content update released, and we still don't know if we'll ever see one again, but the TF2 community has only grown in size since Jungle Inferno came out, and making sure they have a space where they can welcome new players is the least Valve could do. Even though I haven't interacted much with the TF2 community in a long time, it was my introduction to PC FPS games, and PC gaming in general, and I have it to owe for almost every game I play now and every hobby I have to this day. It's been incredible to see how far TF2 has come since it came out, and how much love and dedication its players have for it. I hope I could be of some help to raise awareness about the Save TF2 movement, and if not, to tell some people about one of my favorite games. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Have you ever played TF2? What's your favorite game? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.